I even made tea because I was so sleepy. But now I'm fine. No, I'm fine. I'm not sleepy no more. Let's do this. Guys, I should have done this video a long time ago, because I wanted to discuss something that should have come after my part 2 of my labor and delivery, because it's part of that journey. And when I was doing my research after I had my baby, well, before, like during my pregnancy, obviously, you have to prepare yourself. The videos I found were of like nurses talking about this, and I'm like, okay, cool, but like I cannot relate to you because you're not talking from experience, you're talking from education, like what you were taught. Guys, also, like, please excuse the noises, my baby is like very much awake. So please excuse that. But yeah, we're gonna do this video about my 4th trimester. And why is it a 4th trimester if it's just trimester and 4th? It should be 4th quarter, no? Anywho, if you find something that you feel like, oh my god, I went through that, let me know. Like, please do let me know, because a lot of women feel alone. They feel alone. Like, anything that has to do with our private parts, guys, it's hard to discuss, and a lot of people just feel like, oh my god, is it just me? It's not just you, boo. It's not just you. Let me discuss breastfeeding first, because it's the one thing you have to do from the get-go. Like, after you give birth, some people struggle. A lot of people don't know this. Like, a lot of people struggle like to breastfeed their babies, and I saw this at the hospital with like multiple women. Some were even crying, and I was lucky enough because my baby latched and pooped and all of that. And I will say this, guys, for me, like, if you're a mommy and maybe you agree with me, let me know down below. Guys, breastfeeding was what the fuck in the beginning. Hey, that's a little trouble, guys. Like, it was, to me, it was just, labor and delivery was nothing compared to breastfeeding. Like, it was nothing. I didn't feel any pain. I just felt pain after, you know what I'm saying, from the stitches. But otherwise, like, delivery is just like, deliver. But breastfeeding, guys, I even cried. Like, I remember I cried because you have to feed your baby. Like, you have to feed this child that is depending on this milk, okay, 24/7. And it just teaches you from the get-go that your baby comes first. Like, I was in pain. My nipples were cracked, guys. They were cracked because your nipples are hard, right? And in the beginning, as your baby's like sucking and sucking and sucking, they have to become super soft and sensitive. In that process, it's just a mess. You have to make sure they're moisturized, and that's why you have nipple creams and all of that. But otherwise, from the hardness to the softness, it is pain. Like, it was, I remember I was breastfeeding and I was crying. I was like, I was holding my baby and she was feeding and I was just bawling, guys. I was crying of the pain, but obviously I can't remove her from my boob. And I know I'm not the only one. Even if you didn't experience that, someone did. Like, someone, somehow, somewhere. And if you're experiencing it and you're just like, what the fuck? It's normal. It is normal. It's completely normal. For some people, breastfeeding is more painful than labor. Some people, labor is more painful. You know what I'm saying? We differ. But yeah, breastfeeding, guys, was hardcore. I didn't even bother using nipple creams because I was a G. I was just like, after a while, you're just like, you know what? You expect the pain. You're just like, okay, cool. You're breastfeeding there. But it showed me flames. I also want to say this, guys, because your body goes through a lot right after you give birth, and it goes through the most. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's just the shock of like, oh my god, I just popped out a baby. You know what I'm saying? And be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself, with your body. Love yourself. Love this new human being that you have, that depends on you, and everything will be fine. If your body tells you no, then no. For me, I remember with breastfeeding, I got home and I was sleeping with my baby on my bed because I was just like, you know what, I'm in pain. I'm not gonna get up in the middle of the night 3 times in one night going to breastfeed this person. I'm not gonna do this. She's gonna sleep with me, and I'm just gonna turn and give her my boob, and that's it. She's gonna sleep in my arms, and that's it. Because also I was anxious and paranoid about cot deaths and all of that, and sudden infant death syndrome, where your baby just dies and there's no apparent reason. They just call it sudden death. I just wanted to sleep with my baby so that I don't have to, like, during the day, obviously I can't, she has to sleep alone, but I will also be checking, like, is she breathing, and like putting my hand on her back to feel, okay, is she still breathing? But sleeping with her at night made it easy. I could feel that this person's still breathing, and if I need to breastfeed, I just breastfeed. No need to wake up multiple times and walking around with the pain that I was in. Now, to recovery, I know recovery, they will tell you, okay, it takes 6 weeks, and then that's also when you can get back to having sex and all of that. And for me, guys, that's why I'm just like, be patient with yourself. My stitches were bad, and it took me double the time. So it took me 3 months for me to heal. And I was fine with it. I was just like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna listen to my body, you know. I remember my mom was surprised that I hadn't healed. Like, after like a week, she was just like, you're still in pain. I'm just like, I can't sit down. I can't sit down, man. I can't. And our complex had humps on humps on humps, just like every complex. And literally, I hated those humps because they put me through a lot, okay? Because number one, I couldn't sit, but I had to sit down. I didn't have a choice. Kamo di hampushiri, there's like 3 humps before you exit. You have to go. There's no chance. I look at driver, it's also or already humps at 3, no matter what, without a doubt. So I was going through a lot. My boyfriend knows, like, he had to drive carefully because then no sudden movements, guys, no sudden movements. It was a mess. And I prefer taking a shower, but I had to bathe. I had to sit in a bath with salt water, coarse salt, the one you use for your salt and vinegar challenges or whatever, that coarse, the same coarse salt, and put in my water and sit there. And when I would feel a lot of pain, I would, during the day, if I'm feeling like, okay, this is too much pain for me, because I also don't like taking pills. I don't like for my body to depend on pills. Maybe during the day, if I'm feeling pain, put the coarse salt, the lukewarm water, and literally just squat in the tub, like just squat and sit and like rinse myself with it to like numb the area and the pain for a bit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's what I would do, and I remember it helped a lot. But it took me 3 months, guys. Like, after some time, you start, like, when you're bathing, you start seeing the little, but they dissolve. The stitches, they dissolve, but you start, some of them fall out, I guess. So you start seeing them, and you're like, okay, there's progress. But it took me a while, and I had to be patient with my body, and I had to be patient with myself. And yeah, because then, like I said, my mom was even surprised. My grandmother was like, okay, cool, you haven't healed, let me go get, when I went home, she found aloe vera in the yard. She found aloe, she brought it to me, she sliced it. She was like, take the slimy thing inside and use it as a, you know, I don't know, as like an applicant for your wound. That's what I did. I would take it and apply it on the area. Don't put anything inside, obviously, but I would apply it on the outside, and it really helped. Plus the bathing with the salt and all of that, it really helped. Now that was my stitching recovery. Can I tell you the bleeding? What is it? Lokia. I don't know what it is. All I'm saying is that shit smells, guys. Like, after you have your baby, obviously you haven't been on your period for a whole 9 months, so you still got that blood up in there, okay? That's how they explain it, right? I'm like, okay, cool. And this blood has to come out after you have your baby, you know? So after you give birth, after you deliver the placenta, they have to press they literally press on your belly to get the blood out. And yeah, the lady was like, you have a lot of blood, but she pressed all of it out, and then she that was it. And I think Botlhaba, so that the bleeding can be normal, like can be period like, you know what I'm saying? Because my grandmother was like, that's the upside of giving birth at a hospital, because then Botlhaba, so that the bleeding can be normal, like period like. Anyway, I wasn't aware. They didn't tell me they did that. The first week the bleeding was because at first they're trying to take out all the blood clots and everything. Fine, they pump, like they press it out, and then you have to bleed. No, like the blood clots have to be normal, like your period, right? Guys, I'm sorry if this is TMI. I don't mean to scare anyone from having a baby. This is just what happens, okay? So when they like pressing you, they also trying to take out the blood clots. So when you are bleeding for that 6 weeks, you're gonna see blood clots, but they should be normal. They should be period like, you know. So I'm bleeding, and then after a week the bleeding starts smelling like what the fuck, like I don't know, guys. If you are a mommy, please make me feel like I'm not alone. Okay, I know this is normal because I did my research, but please, like, tell me in the comment section if any of you experienced this, if you're a mommy, okay? But like the blood started smelling like roadkill, guys. If you don't know what roadkill is, ke la feta mosqueng. Ne, o dor maramo, hona le mpya e suleng. Hona le something se suleng. That's what you smell like. That's what you will smell like. My blood, literally, guys, katlhapa ne. No, don't tap him. The minute a drop of blood comes out, wank, immediately. And maybe everyone else can't smell it, but you can smell it. Obviously, because it's on you. So you smell terrible. You smell terrible. Like, I will say this, you smell horrible. The blood smells horrible, and then it gets to a point where it changes color, becomes yellowish and all of that, and then it starts diminishing, and then it fades, and then that's it. And then for some people, if you continue to breastfeed, then you won't get a period until like after a year, or you won't get it all until you stop breastfeeding. And then others like me, I start breastfeeding after 6 weeks. 2 weeks after I'm on my period, I'm just like, aibo. Lebaron refetaili, guys. Lebaron refetaili. Can't do a break, candy. You're like, I was so pissed. It's fine. Like, I was tired of wearing pads. You're not allowed to put tampons during that time. Also because you're healing, you know what I'm saying? So you can't put anything in there for that 6 weeks that you're bleeding. And then now you're having a pad the whole time on, and I'm just like, fine, I prefer pads, really, but I'm just like, pads for every single day for 6 weeks, and then I get a 2-week break, and then again, period. I will talk about intimacy, because literally after that I don't want to say I was traumatized, but I was afraid of sex. Not afraid in a sense, like, it was like being a virgin again, basically. It's like you're afraid of, like, oh my god, what if it rips? Guys, I will say this, right? Having a baby made me understand why relationships don't work out after you have a baby. Because we women go through a lot. And if you're having a baby with a guy who's number one, not mature, number two, who doesn't really love you like that. You know what I'm saying? I get that most pregnancies are mistakes and they're not planned. But if you have a guy who's just like, I was not here for pregnancies, guys. I didn't come here for patience and, perseverance. No. As a woman in general, you're already hormonal. Now imagine you have to breastfeed. You need hormones to create milk. So that means hormones on top of hormones. That's why I'm just like, be patient with yourself. And that's why relationships don't work, because these men don't understand. They don't understand. And sometimes it's not your job to explain. If you're just not with a guy, like in my relationship, I was educating my boyfriend, he was educating himself, we were preparing each other and we're preparing ourselves individually, you know what I'm saying? But if you don't have that kind of person, you can't turn them into that person, you know what I'm saying? So as I am saying, I understand why relationships end. It's just a new level of stress on the relationship. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to have a baby to save my relationship, it's not going to work, honey, because a baby is, I don't want to say a baby is stress. It's like buying a car. You know, it's like another expense. You know what I'm saying? People, when you buy a car, they're like, oh my God, you have money. Yeah, I have money, but now it's going to go to the car. And it has to like get petrol, get serviced. You know, it's a different kind of stress. You know what I'm saying? It comes with it. It's convenient. Having a car is great, guys. It's great. It's everything because you can do whatever. Having a car is great, right? But it comes with a different kind of stress and different kind of responsibilities, and a child is the same thing. If your relationship is already rocky and then you're gonna add, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get me. If you get me, you get me. I am the one, the way your son don't need the... I was just saying that, like, I understand now because of what I went through with our intimacy and the fact that, like, I was so focused on my baby. And I did mention in my first, is it my first? Oh, my very first video, my Q&A, because someone asked, like, what is your advice to new moms? And I was just like, don't forget about yourself. Like, I was so consumed by my baby. I was so consumed, and you forget about your relationship, and you forget about yourself, and you, like, at some point, guys, I remember I was showering kamata. Like, showering kama 1, 2. Kamariha. Because my baby, I couldn't do anything before she sleeps. I couldn't. And she would wake up. I knew, okay, she's going to sleep now. But she's going to wake up like 3 hours later for a feed. Or she's going to sleep now and she's going to, you know what I'm saying? But then, I know who she's gone for real, you know? And that's when I can shower. But otherwise, she just wanted me, guys. Nasabatli anyone else. Nasabatli papa hai. Nasabatli. Like, she's always, I don't want to lie. And... yeah, it took like some time for her and like you know. But yeah, guys, and then I would go shower. Like, it was just a whole thing. You just get to a point where you're just exhausted and you're just giving. And obviously to a baby you have to give, but don't forget about yourself, because you're gonna end up literally like, I remember I was just like, where am I? Like, where is Boipelo? Boipelo is fun. Boipelo orato bina. Now I'm back because I noticed it. Like, I was just like, okay, cool. I need to be myself again. Like, I need to be me as an individual and not just be Boipelo the mother, you know? So now I got it back, and that's why I'm on YouTube, and that's why, because then I'm just like, okay, let me explore my interests, let me explore things that like feed me and energize me as a person apart from my baby, and then I can give my baby, like myself to my baby, knowing that I'm happy and I'm fulfilled, you know what I'm saying? So like, mommies, like, please don't forget about yourself. Like, please, okay, love yourself and you will love your babies right. But yeah, me talking about this 4th trimester is not me trying to scare nobody. It's just me trying to say, if you're going through these things, I understand. And if you're gonna have a baby, I'm not trying to scare you. This is the real tea that your mother's not gonna tell you, but I'm telling you that, fam, nothing with it is ever easy, okay? So yeah, and people would think, oh my God, you still want another baby? Guys, I want babies on babies on babies. Like, right now, like, I miss being pregnant at this very moment. Like, right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm just like, good times. Like, being pregnant just brought me closer to God. I can't explain it. But if you know what pregnancy means, guys, being pregnant just brought me closer to God in an amazing way. It brought me closer to my family members, to my grandmother, because now I'm gonna babble and go on and on and on. But I miss being pregnant, and I love pregnant women. I love you guys. I love pregnant women so much. I don't know why. I do not know why. But I love you guys. If you're pregnant, just know that, like, you are an angel. You are godly. You are beautiful, guys. You are... Me and pregnant women, same as a group. Like, I don't want to lie. Kalibota. Whether I can obsession, I can obsession. Okay, because you might not know, but you are... This channel, when I created this channel, I wanted to, you know, interact with other mommies and, like, you know, mommies to be and aspiring mommies, you know, so that we can talk about these things and be open, like, as South African women, you know. So I hope you know, you engage with me, you know, not on Sprott, and, you know, share these things, these experiences, because these experiences are amazing, guys. Like, like, nothing amazes me more than pregnancy and delivery, and that whole thing, like, is just, to me, having gone through it, I'm just like, I don't know how I made it through. And I look at my baby and I'm just like, she is so big, she came out of me. Next. Jesus, you must know your strength, ladies. I'm gonna go now because I need to put my baby to sleep. But I love you guys. I love you guys so much, because I know that if you're watching this video, you're either curious about this whole thing or you are about to, like, embark on that journey. So I love all of you. I love all of you, okay? Because you are strong. You are flipping strong. Let me go. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And, like, if you're new, subscribe, man. Subscribe and stop being illegal watcher. Keep busy acting like I'm drinking alcohol, man. Let me go. Peace.